Coming up this week on Two Noobs, the circus trial north of the border has reached a verdict. Last week, was Hockey Canada vindicated, or are we all just going to hell at this point? Then, Big Brother coming from Mexico. You're going to have to carry your eyeballs and fingerprints with you at all times. Next, Seattle woman wants the right to complain about the Blue Angels noise racket to their face. And we conclude with some Immaculate grids. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Let's just get out of here. Start the music. It is episode 251 of the Two Noobs Talking Podcast. I need help, guys.
Oh, what's going on?
I need help to prove that I have not lost my mind.
Okay.
I recall back sometime in the 90s watching a highlight on SportsCenter
Okay.
of a man sitting behind home plate who every time the pitcher would throw the ball, he would raise his baby up slowly and then bring it back down. And he either got kicked out of the game or was reprimanded because the pitcher was obviously complaining about the distraction. I have thus far been unable to find any evidence that happened on the internet. I went so far as to ask ChatGPT, who gave me two responses. One response was, yes, it happened in a game between the New York Yankees and the Chicago White Sox on July 29th, 1993. I happened to check. The Chicago White Sox and the New York Yankees did not play each other on July 19th, 1993.
Damn it.
And the other response was, we have no evidence of this ever occurring. And ChatGPT asked me, which response do you prefer?
Sounds like an AI bot.
Right? Oh my gosh. Not giving you the answers that you need. How about that?
No.
Yeah,
No.
They're wiping our memory. That's it. They're taking over. Steve, this is further than we thought it was.
So anybody out there, please remember that.
So
remember it and confirm my recollections, please, for the love of God.
Please. I'm going to write this down, baby. Okay. I'm going to look for it. And if I can find it, oh my gosh. That is definitely going.
You will be the man. I will take back every negative thing I've ever said about you.
Well, hell.
That's going to take 30 years.
There is one time I remember when Steve Young danced with the football going back and forth.
You did find that for me.
And I found it for you. Yes, I did. Yeah. So speaking of which, could you forward that to me? That'd be great because I want to throw that up there on post-production. But
I don't remember when you sent that to me or what format. So
damn it. But if I can find that, I think I could find that highlight of the man holding his baby up and then putting it back down again. It's got to be out there somewhere.
I have faith.
Thank you.
I have faith.
I will find.
All right. Well, let me introduce the players on the program today. Over here, that's Junkyard Dog John Tracy.
With the chain and everything.
There you go. On that side, we got Man Mountain Rock Matt Craig. Best I could do with an M, sir.
There you go. Not a problem.
I in the middle, I am sweating out the good stuff, Steve Murray.
Speaking of sweating out the good stuff, it's hot as balls up here in Philadelphia. I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humid.
I went outside for about 30 seconds this morning and no.
Yeah. God awful.
Just no.
Yeah.
Yes. Agree.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've got a number of in memoriams to cover this week in the beginning of our program, genteel man. Because a lot of people died last week.
Yeah.
Let's start with Ozzy Osbourne passing away at 76 years old.
Ozzy. Yeah.
All I got to say is I just get the feeling he performed that, his final show and he's like, all right, I can go now. It's just one of those things that just seems to, don't retire, because when you retire, that's when you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, so I'll go to John first on this one because he's wearing a a shirt of metal.
Yes.
I don't know if corn qualifies as metal, but
It's a part of metal. It was definitely Korn was doing what they were doing because of Ozzy. That was one of the band's favorite humans, and they wanted to be like instrumental, like Ozzy did. Ozzy created an environment that it just wasn't his voice. It was the guitar. It was the bass. It was every kind of weird noise you could bring into a show. That was Ozzy's kind of thought process, and it's very, very much of the metal bands that I like were very much influenced by Ozzy.
Yeah. I mean, just one of the all-time greats. Can't answer anything better. Black Sabbath, obviously, but yeah, just what a legend as well in the music industry and everything. It's like came along at just kind of like the right time. If you stop to think about it, really, just having that 70s culture where it was like you started hearing the classic rock and then transitioning into heavy metal in the early to mid 90s, and just awesome. Just amazing talent.
yeah, they were the first. I know people may dispute that. The first heavy metal band. Some people say Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was heavy. I mean,
it was heavy blues.
It was heavy blues.
Heavy blues.
Hendrix was heavy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even Cream, go back to Cream, that was heavy.
Yeah.
But Black Sabbath, that was just different.
Yeah.
That was metal. That was what you look at in a metal band. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I did happen to catch a fair amount of that final show of his from a couple weeks ago that we actually talked about on the program. So I'm glad he was able to get that goodbye in before he passed.
Absolutely.
That
Yeah,
was
no doubt.
very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. So moving on to number 2, Hulk Hogan unexpectedly passed away this week at the age of 71.
Yeah.
Went into cardiac arrest. This little more complicated in the legacy that he leaves behind. Matt, before Mr. Tracy came on, before we got started, you were watching some Survivor Series Hulk Hogan marathons. Or something.
Yeah.
So I'll go to you first on this one.
Yeah, definitely complicated legacy for sure. Notorious for booking himself essentially for a long time and upsetting a lot of wrestling fans in that regard after the goodwill that he basically brought the entire industry up in the 80s. I mean, he was the sole reason why a lot of people got into wrestling, and he brought not only just wrestling out of kind of like the dark dungy areas, in bingo halls and in gymnasiums, but he put them in arenas. Basically, it was because of Hulk Hogan that happened. And I guess Vincent McMahon had something to do with it, I guess. But I mean, mostly
I'd argue.
Yeah, mostly Hogan though. I think that the appeal that he brought to the mainstream was huge. First, I think it was on Johnny Carson. It was on the Tonight Show back in the late 70s. I mean, it was a massive man. But then as the 90s went on, he was still, I think, clearly still wanting that fire to be stoked. And, obviously, huge Bash at the Beach, turns heel for the first time in, 15 some odd years or something like that. No one had ever thought at that point that he would ever be a heel. Forms the NWO with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Huge in that regard. And then things kind of fade away. And then a lot of issues with him afterwards, and racism and all that kind of stuff. And just never seemed to want to apologize for it. Don't know why. Not quite sure why that was the case with him. Accepted Christ as his Lord and Savior at the end of his life, which was great, but you just have to wonder, like, what was the rationale behind some of the stuff that he did behind the scenes, and why he was always kind of a me first wrestler, that kind of a deal. I don't know. But he leaves a good legacy, really bringing wrestling into the mainstream, but it's complicated. You're right. I mean, it's very complicated, Steve. You're right on the money on that. Yeah. It's kind of like, boy, you have this hero in the 80s, and then everything else was complicated. Welcome to the world, right? I mean, that's exactly what we are. Complicated human beings sometimes, and that's exactly what played out with him. Yeah. John, what do you thoughts are?
John.
Yeah.
I think I didn't have any thoughts, and I was worried about that, like when he passed away, because I just don't have any thoughts about Hulk Hogan,
Mm.
like at all. Like I'm like I don't even. I'm like, oh, I remember when I was. No, I don't. Like I don't care.
Hmm.
I wasn't a fan of him.
Hmm.
I do. There are 3 things that he has done in his life, wrestling wise. Turning heel is one of them.
Hmm.
The fact that he wrestled The Rock when he was in his early 60s,
Hmm.
and probably it's one of the greatest matches he ever had, and the fact that he had to go in as a heel and turn babyface in front of
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of people, like that's a level of work that it doesn't happen in normal just wrestling. Oh, I know what I'm doing, I know why I'm doing, I know what the finish is. He literally had to rewrite that match because the fans made them
Yeah.
made them turn on The Rock and cheer him, and he's like, well, I'm the heel, like, and
Yeah.
hear that story was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be a baby face, like, and he's just planning to be a Dirty Rotten heel all night.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
starts flexing, he starts doing his stuff, and I loved it. That was a cool story, but that was in the ring. Him turning heel was amazing, but Bubba Ray Dudley said something that made me realize how important he was. And Bubba was a good friend of his, and he said it on the Busted Open podcast. He was like, the only thing I can say about Hulk Hogan is thank you for the house. Every wrestler should thank you for the house, because we would not be making money. It would not be on 18 different shows on 5 different nights, multiple networks. Like, that was Hogan.
Yeah.
That was what Hogan did. It wasn't what Vince did. It wasn't what other promoters did, because every time something got popular in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, who was there?
Yeah.
Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan.
Hogan.
So he created the big ass house that Cody Rhodes is cashing in on, Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega, all that, Okada. They're all cashing off of Hulk Hogan's stardom, because he created what is the enterprise that it is today, where there's more than 5 wrestling companies on major TV.
Crazy.
That would have been unheard of in the 70s.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was going to be my sentiment is, you can say what you want about the man and, his things he's done in the past, his cutthroat business acumen. Maybe don't give a guy creative control who's,
Yes.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
But
Or maybe do, because you get a good 9-year run out of it. TNA, WCW, WWF.
Right.
But Hulk Hogan, the character, you're right. Every time something blew up, he was there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think it's pretty clear he was the main reason.
Oh, yeah.
And so losing him last week as well, another one. And
Before,
then
before I forget, I gotta tell one that people might not know.
Yeah, sure.
His role in TNA with the Joker Sting was probably the best role he ever played, because Sting was basically, he was the bad guy as the office guy, and Sting would haunt him.
Yeah.
And like show up all the time and try to beat him up and stuff. That was some of the best Hawk's acting work. It was so good, because he was such a piece of trash heel.
Yeah.
And it was always hiding or running away from him. It was some of the best work he ever did.
There was a great promo that I've never forgotten, John, about that whole run between him and Sting and TNA. The main problem is we've got a problem. So Sting, get your ass out here. It's like, wait, what the hell did he say? What?
He was such a good piece of garbage.
Yeah.
That was a better heel run than the NWO, to be honest.
The main
I
problem.
just remember that. Sorry, I had to get that.
Yeah,
in,
that was. I'm glad you said
remembered
that.
as I was coming through my head.
The main problem is we've got a problem. I love that line. Oh my God, I was dying.
all right, I will then also reminisce. I did love his appearance in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
As Thunder Lips. Everything he was doing there, the ultimate male against the ultimate meatball. he's like talking to the crowd. He's like, I'm gonna break him in half like this. And then at the end, he's like, hey, would you go to Polaroid? He's like, yeah, sure. Get a little crazy in there. That's the name of the game.
Right.
Charity really hurts sometimes. I've never talked to a door before. Well, they say these things come in threes. And I think probably the most tragic of the 3 that made the headlines this week, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
best known for playing
Mhm.
Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, passed away at 54 from drowning.
Yeah.
That was an absolute shocker.
That was a
and,
big time
a
shocker.
real shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was my favorite character on that show, The Cosby Show. Theo Huxtable. He was so authentic, played that character so authentic as like the man that's going to go out of the house and go on to college, and yet he was still like that in between 17, 18, 19 years old. He's just trying to find himself as a young man heading out into the world. And I mean, it was brilliant. It was absolutely a tremendous character on The Cosby Show. I learned a lot, surprisingly, from that character a long, long time ago. It's a great show, The Cosby Show. Ignore everything about Bill Cosby for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You should watch that show. You should absolutely watch that show just to get, the life lessons that were, I mean, everything was just so well written. And I mean, they had a great cast, but Malcolm Jamal Warner was the man in that show. And I loved them for it. He was just tremendous. Just tremendous. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I learned a lot about him when he passed away. Apparently, he was a big time TV director too.
Yeah.
And it was a laundry list of things that he was a director on, and I was like, "Damn, he's a busy man." Like, wow, like was it Cleo and Kel or whatever that show was, the one that turned into the movie, like the first Nickelodeon. He was the director of that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like
wow.
he was directing that, and I was like, "All right, you're the man." I mean, it was a list that he directed.
Yeah.
Oh, he did that. Oh my God, he did that. He did that. And so he was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people probably love and didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Taken too young. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that'll end. Hopefully, nobody else, please, in the next week.
Yeah, please.
Let's keep things going here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to our Dubby Energy fun fact, brought to you by Dubby Energy Drinks. Visit Dubby at their website, dubby.gg, or download the app on your phone. Use our promo code Too Noobs Talking. That's TOONOO Talking. You will get 10% off your order. Hey, Matt just had a birthday.
Yeah.
So now's a good time to remind you that Grandpa's denture water tastes too good. It's a pitaya and mango combo. It's custom flavored by Dubby that they stole from your grandpa. And hey, good news, Dubby has lowered shipping costs across the board. So be sure to take advantage. Get $4 off a $40 tub of Grandpa's denture water with our promo code. Mr. Tracy, please hit us with the fun fact.
Okay, fun fact this week is there is a mountain in Australia named Mount Disappointment because the explorer that found it didn't like the view.
That's the most Australian thing I think I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, this really sucks. Crocky. Can't stand the view up here. Call this Mount Disappointment. Look at that. That's garbage. Total garbage.
Exactly
This is a mountain? What the hell? Right? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. I love it.
Thank you for bringing that into our lives.
No problem.
All right, you are
When
pulling
I
double.
read it, I knew it was perfect for you.
You are pulling double duty today because you also have the over 40.
Oh.
So why don't you go ahead with that as well?
Yes. This is a short one. This is just my OCD kicking in.
Okay.
Is the Philadelphia Phillies uniform for this series against the Yankees? What the hell? I can't stand that they have two different P's.
Oh,
they have the Phillies P on their chest, and then they got the other Phillies P on their stupid helmet, and they're different colors. I can't handle that. You guys gotta just choose. I don't care which one, please. My OCD cannot handle watching you. It's dumb.
You're not the only one complaining about that.
I can't handle it.
I did see someone else having a problem with that. I didn't even notice until it was pointed out, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But
the reason for that, of course, is this is the Hall of Fame weekend up in Cooperstown. And they have a different, obviously,
I
it's
understand.
I guess you could say throwback to the 1980s, where you're right, John. They had the old, and it's a beautiful, beautiful logo, by the way, with the baseball inside of the P.
I have no issue with either of them.
I love it. But yeah, it's like, it's maroon and the other is this bright red. Definite clashing. No, come on. Let's get the powder blues up there. Then that works.
Yes. That would make perfect sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get the powder blues up there in Yankee Stadium and do it from there. Speaking of which, I'm really sorry that
I have
Aaron
one more
Judge is
thing
hurt.
that pisses me off about this.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
They're wearing the regular red batting helmet, so they didn't even put any effort into this. so only when they're in the field they've got that hat on, and then when they come out to bat, they've got the regular. Like, who thought of this?
Well, John,
no sense.
It would have been an extra bag to take up to Yankee Stadium with the maroon helmets, so they just couldn't,
Yeah.
It's just disgusting.
Love it. Oh, goodness.
All right. Speaking of disgusting,
Oh.
we're going to topic 1 here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've been paying attention. This has got to rival the OJ trial here in America as the circus that's been going on north of the border. Hockey Canada, 5 members of the 2018 Hockey Canada national team were accused and went to trial over potential sexual assault allegations. The first trial declared a mistrial after less than a day of, they didn't even get into testimony. It was the opening statement by the Crown. The jury was then dismissed and mistrial was declared. The jury in the second trial was dismissed maybe a couple of weeks into testimony after they complained that defense counsel was looking at them funny. And so they went to a bench trial just in front of the judge. Testimony wrapped up, I believe, late May, maybe early June, and the court issued their decision this past week, acquitting all 5 members of all charges. So quite the circus going on north of the border with this trial. And I don't know, John, you wanted to talk about it, so here we are.
Shows how shitty Canada is.
Yeah, right? Oh.
I'm not about publicly vilifying people with little evidence, but we ourselves kind of knew the evidence because we're hockey fans, and one of them was a goalie for the Flyers. So we kind of knew what was going on. How the hell did these guys not even get a slap on the wrist? Makes no sense. Like, they obviously were there. Obviously something went down. Maybe it wasn't as gruesome as it. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was a little embellished. Who knows? But they did something. To walk away scot-free is kind of, it feels dirty. It really does, because there was something happened there. And I don't know what to say, because I don't want him to be our goalie. Something dirty is it happened there. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So just to clarify, the reason the judge spent 5 hours explaining her decision.
Oh my gosh.
The reason for her decision was that she did not find the testimony of the victim to be credible insofar as consent was concerned. And that ultimately was the reason for the acquittal. Was the judge found there had been consent to the acts. The acts were all basically accepted into evidence as having occurred, and the only issue came down to who's more credible in testimony as to whether or not consent occurred. And so Matt and I talked about this from the Flyers perspective and Carter Hart in our other podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Black. Check that out.
Yep, put it up there, right corner.
But I came away with a similar sentiment, which was, okay, nothing illegal occurred here, but that doesn't mean something wrong didn't occur.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, it skeeves me out.
Yeah.
To bring him back here.
No.
It's morally wrong. You had an intoxicated woman. And Matt and I talked about this too. you had guys who weren't charged testify in this case.
Mm-hmm.
And at least one of them said something to the effect of, I was in the room and I left because I felt like it wasn't right.
Yeah.
And that's what tells me that something was not right whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. Whatever happened to monogamous relationships? Is that like something that should be brought back? Maybe we can do that a little bit rather than having all of these ridiculous.
I got a fun one.
I'm with you guys. I think we're 3 for 3 on this. You know, when that case came out, it was literally like, oh, great. Okay, now we're like our franchise goaltender here is involved in this situation. And at first I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe it's a he said, she said. Well, it did turn out to be that way ultimately in the end. But still, it's like you have a franchise goaltender. And it's like, great. Okay, so he was an idiot when he was, 5, 6, 7 years ago, thinking that he was bigger than anything else, really, and saying like, oh, I'm bulletproof. I've got this. No worries. I can walk away from this scot-free. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And, it's like I keep going back to Person Soul, and it's like this is a daughter of husband and wife, right? It's like their daughter is involved in this, and it's like she should never have been involved in this, but at the same time, she also made those decisions and those choices to be in that room and to consent in that. So to think that, it's only these guys that are the problem. Yes, there were the problem, but she also, you have a limit. You could stop taking those drinks or whatever the case may be. It's awful. It's an awful situation, awful story, awful case. I don't like it. I think it's gone on way too long in the sports world, to be perfectly honest. There just seems to be some shady characters all over the place here. And I just really want, just for normalcy, to just take control of all of this, ultimately, in the long run. I know that's kind of like a very 30,000 foot view, but, it's just, I think it's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane and sad, ultimately. This is a sad story, start to finish. And I'm with you guys, 100% with you guys on the skeeviness of it all.
Yeah, again, ultimately determined not to be illegal, but this isn't like the Duke lacrosse case.
No.
If you remember that, where, she lied about everything. And like the one dude wasn't even there when she said he was there. And things that she said happened didn't happen. This was not like that.
Yeah.
A lot of things went on in the room, and it just came down to whether or not she consented. I find it a little hard to believe you can glean that there's consent when you have alcohol involved.
Yeah.
I don't know what the law is in Canada, but I was under the impression that if you are under the influence, it's a little harder to give consent because you're not in full control of your own faculties.
Sure.
From the testimony, it doesn't sound like she was, but again, we weren't there. We don't know. I certainly haven't looked at all the evidence. Nothing illegal, but Hockey Canada's got a problem.
Oh yeah.
And so while no jail time is going to come of this, I certainly do think there has to be some kind of punishment, whether it's, they're already banned from Hockey Canada. The NHL hasn't let them back in yet to say they're able to play. It's, and I don't think, at least from what I was following, I don't think the prosecutor did a very good job.
Yeah. Do you think they'll appeal this, John or Steve? Do you think they'll appeal at all to the Crown, or the Crown will appeal this decision?
From
or no?
What I heard, I think they would have a really slim chance to overturn it on appeal, just because it's a credibility assessment. Appeals courts don't get to sit there and listen to all the evidence come in. So they typically defer to the lower court judge who has heard it all and can weigh the evidence properly. So unless they find that there's been some kind of abuse of discretion or like totally out of the, blew the law or you absolutely overlooked something.
Mm.
You know, it's very hard to overturn something like that, at least under U.S. law.
Yeah.
And I've heard something similar here. So I don't know if they'll appeal it. I don't understand why, as a prosecutor, you would have their teammates testify.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what are they going to say?
Right.
No, to me,
Yeah.
it's like I would think it would benefit them to hear their testimony. So I honestly don't know what they were thinking.
No.
So ultimately, again, I don't know if the outcome, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong, but something's still wrong. Ultimately, is the conclusion that I'm drawing from this.
Agreed.
Hockey Canada, you got to do better.
That, I think, that whole organization, top to bottom, needs a complete house cleaning. We talk about that, obviously, in Men in Orange and Black, but that, I think we hit the nail on the head there. You know, I mean, that you got to look at it because it's showing out on the ice. Their quality of play has been full of, well, to be perfectly honest with you, people that think that they're better than Hockey Canada, and they're not putting their country ahead of themselves. You know, they're putting themselves ahead of the country, and I think that they're bulletproof and things along those lines. So it's a huge issue there.
We're talking a lot about Hockey Canada taking some blame. This is a bigger cultural problem than just Hockey Canada.
100%, yeah.
And my concern is not that I wanted the verdict to turn out the other way for this reason, but this is going to tell a lot of people, oh, yeah, because you see it. You know, all these people who are like, oh, bring Carter Hart back to the Flyers.
Oh, God.
Because they're like, oh, they got acquitted, so they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
No.
You don't see a problem here?
Yeah.
Like, and that bothers me. And you're gonna have like, oh, well, this is why women don't come forward with accusations of sexual assault. It's like, well, I don't know, it was a bad result. I can't change any of that, but I hope that's not the effect of this case. Again, I don't want the verdict to be the other way for that specific reason, but sexual assault cases are of this variety. You know, this isn't like you get raped when you're out jogging. That's pretty cut and dry. Right? Somebody ambushed you. When you have, like, you went to a hotel room with somebody.
Yeah.
That's where it really starts to get questionable. And that's why I feel for people who have to try these cases because it's really complicated.
Oh, yeah.
The things you have to go through, and it's coming down to what somebody was thinking in their head, right? Like,
consent is probably
really hard.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Or not
and they get caught up in a situation because they weren't thinking and they weren't looking for the betterment of like, oh, fuck it, I'm here, you know. And it's like now all of a sudden you're in court because you weren't thinking.
Yeah. I mean, it's murder. It's like, well, there's a body and there's a weapon. That's cut and dry. Burglary. This thing was not paid for. And it's in your possession. That's easy stuff. Right. Sexual assault is a very difficult thing just because of the nature of the crime itself.
All the more important that if you're in a relationship that you set boundaries, and it's okay to set a boundary in place. I learned that lesson, and that was huge. Not saying that I did anything wrong, but I'm just saying it's really important to set a boundary that when you're looking for somebody, again, thinking bigger picture outside of this, you don't go into a room with someone that you don't know, essentially. You know, that kind of a deal. And I get alcohol was involved. I get that. But I'm just saying, know your own limits. Know your boundary. Know what you should and should not do.
I mean, don't drink yourself to that state.
Exactly.
Right?
That's a boundary. That
take
right
care
there.
Of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a victim blaming to say there are risky behaviors, and if you forego risky behaviors, there is much less chance of something like this happening.
Yeah.
If you don't drink yourself to oblivion, you're not going to end up in a room like that.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself. Be careful.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
I think is the advice we can give.
Yep.
Well, we started north of the border. Now we're going south of the border for this next topic. I'm sure John's going to have a lot to say on this one. It's his article anyway. From biometricupdate.com. I don't mean to pry into your reading habits.
It was a link to a link to a link. 95% of the time I send you a link are the only one that will link up real quickly. like I'm not searching like if I saw it on like, Wall Street Journal, I'm like, I don't care. Oh, Wall Street Journal's not gonna send. Let me just Google it and send the one that'll go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. There
you go.
All right. Well, Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system by signing a law that turned the previously optional biometric-based citizen code into a mandatory document for all citizens. The Unique Population Registry Code, or CURP, will contain personal and biometric information, including a photograph and a QR code containing biometric fingerprint and iris data. The identifier is expected to be introduced gradually to all Mexicans by February 2026. The country also plans to kickstart a national program to collect biometric data from children and adolescents within 120 days, according to news outlet Mexico Business. Privacy advocates, however, have viewed the introduction of the mandatory biometric ID with suspicion. Rightly so. Raising concerns that the CURP will lead to surveillance and data security issues. The new law, for instance, does not require authorities to inform citizens when their data is viewed or accessed. This puts us in a massive surveillance ecosystem with no provisions to identify wrong use of data, data breaches, identity thefts, or acts of corruption. Jose Flores, director of digital rights group R3D, told Context News. All right, John, go.
This is scary.
Oh yeah.
Because Canada sucks, so they're gonna be like, "Oh, great idea," and then Venezuela's gonna be like, "Already, we're doing it," and then Spain's gonna do it, and then the UK's gonna do it. China probably invented it, so
yeah. I'm surprised that none of those countries actually did it before.
It's not good. This is why this is the part that I was scared about the COVID stuff. Because it got these crimey people starting to think of, oh shit, we can't control them this way. Now we're gonna control them this way. Dude, they're never gonna stop. They're evil POSs, and it doesn't shock me that Mexico is like, I want all your data and I want it now, and you have no choice about it. It's ick. It's just disgusting. I hope they kick the people out. Get some new people, because it's not good. It's not good. Oh, but I didn't mean to. Also, Australia is probably already doing it because they suck too.
Yeah.
Here I am on Mount Disappointment, and, but the government's got my iris data.
Quick, let me see your iris. John, couldn't agree with you more. I mean, like I said, I can't believe Venezuela didn't implement this, or the UK didn't do this first. I mean, for God's sakes, it's only a matter before that whole country turns into an entire police state. In that regard, all under the guise of, security and joy and safety. What was that? I don't know. Not good.
Safety is the safety of the government to keep its power.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It always starts with, this is an option. Did you notice that in the article, guys? It's always an option before it becomes mandatory. And that's how these government cronies try and do their dirty work. It's always an option. Well, it's, we're just going to make sure that we have this in the back just for your safety and security. Oh, really? You mean your job as the government is to make sure that your entire population is safe from all threats, foreign and domestic. I know that sounds American, but that's what the role of government is. This, though, is not what your role is. Your role should not be to detect what your iris is, that kind of a deal. It's none of the government's business to do that at all, period. Yeah, I have nothing more to say.
How
about, right?
How about before you start tracking your citizens, you get your drug gang wars in order?
You think?
First,
yeah.
Just because I'm sure they're going to line up for their CURPs right away.
Steve, we can't talk about what's in the barn. We can't talk about what's in the barn. We can't.
What's behind?
Where do you think they get most of their campaign money?
Oh, that's another thing. I mean, given the level of corruption that goes on down there, you don't think some of these gangs are going to not have access to all this data, what they're capable of doing with it?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part about this is the country that's doing it, like Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, at least the UK, you're like, oh, well, it's just the liberals being liberal douchebags. Mexico, it's like, yeah, that's where the drug gangs are in charge.
Yeah, and all the people that are
the government, technically.
Right.
Speaking of the left, I would like to point out for those that were in support of the riots because, Mexico was, had their land stolen from us, or the other way around, I think. Whatever the case may be, are you sure if you're leftist, you still want to have your, that's right. You want to have your data stolen? Is that what you're saying on the left? I don't think you do want your data stolen. I don't think anybody wants their data stolen at all. This is very troubling. Very, very troubling for our southern border down there, gents. And I only fear, like I said, I'm shocked that Canada, UK, China, John, to your point, Venezuela, none of these countries ever thought of doing this. It's Mexico, for God's sakes, right down the southern border. What? Please, no.
I mean, you get a data breach at a company, right? This is your name, your social security number was exposed, your email address, potentially a password. This government now is going to have access to your fingerprint and your iris data. I mean, this is reminds me of Minority Report. Remember when Tom Cruise got his eyeballs transplanted because everywhere you went there was a reader that said who you were, so you could tell where you were. This is giving me that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
man. I don't like this at all.
It's
creepy.
My biggest thing about this is this gives the cartels with their trafficking, their drug trafficking, their thing. They could kill somebody, steal their data physically, give it to somebody else just to get their drugs across the country because that person has a dual passport. You're dead. Now the person, their drug mule is now you. Boom, you're right across. That's why they're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it makes it easier for them to do their job. Makes them easier to traffic anything.
Yeah. But then on top of that, I'm sure the Mexican government, looking out for its people, will pass a new law. And round we go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Never once solving the problem. Oh, my God.
Gentlemen, you realize last week was Shark Week. How come we never celebrate Shark Week on the program?
We've got to do that. We should make it a Two Noobs thing, annual thing, that we have to celebrate Shark Week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love
Think
sharks.
of all the shark viewers we could be bringing.
We should. That actually should be very true. That way we're not narcissists. Lex Luger.
Yes.
I'm gonna put that in there.
Well, I don't know how that makes us narcissists Lex Lugers, but celebrating Shark Week should be an automatic thing. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I used to look forward to it. Then I stopped watching TV, and now I don't even know what week it is.
I do think it changes year to year. I don't think it's a set week. Because I feel like it's a different week every year.
Yeah, I always thought it was
And
like
the
an
only
early
reason I
August.
watched it last year is because Shaq was involved, and he didn't get eaten, so I stopped caring. I was hoping. He's big. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the Meg, right? I mean, we probably need to have the Meg swallow him up, I guess. I don't know, but yeah.
That's all I was hoping for. Him just tripping over his big ass shoes and right in the water.
Right. All right. Well, if you're a shark and looking for a program just for you, you should visit our website, twonoobstalking.wordpress.com. There you can check out all our episodes that doesn't talk about sharks whatsoever, going all the way back to 140. If you want to see something before that, the website will take you to our YouTube channel where we need you to like, share, and subscribe. Use that fin. Tap that button. Give us the thumbs up. You know, we want to hear from you. Hey, thank you, Left Shark. And on our website, there's a little box on the homepage. If you enter your email address in that box, hit subscribe. You will be notified every time I remember to upload a new episode to the site, just like I just did today.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Email, probably.
Yes, you did.
There you go.
That's
See,
right.
Matt knows.
Yep.
Matt knows. Okay, topic 3. Speaking of a narcissist Lex Luger, we got one living in Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle woman is suing the U.S. Navy's Blue Angels, the military's most famous flight demonstration squadron, after she was blocked from commenting on its Instagram account to complain about the, quote, state-sanctioned acoustic torture from the group's aerial shows and practices, which she said terrorized her cat in her final days.
Oh.
Lauren Ann Lombardi filed a federal lawsuit July 21st accusing the Blue Angels of infringing on her First Amendment rights. Lombardi engaged in a familiar American pastime of complaining to her government about her government's actions through her government's social media accounts to advocate for her elderly cat Layla, who suffered from congestive heart disease, and calling for the demonstrations in August 23 and 24 to end. However, she was eventually blocked from commenting on the Blue Angels Instagram page. Here's just a snippet of some of the messages that she put on there.
Oh, please do tell.
Stop with your FB. You are terrorizing my cat and all the other animals and wildlife. F off, and nobody gives a F about your stupid little planes.
So, in other words, she was doing. Okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
that.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. In this lawsuit, she is asking the judge to force the Blue Angels to unblock her from the Instagram account, to order the defendants named in the lawsuit to take remedial First Amendment training, and to award her the cost of attorney's fees. I'm not sure where to begin with this.
Yeah.
Really desperate to post on that Instagram page, huh? You can't just write a letter to your congressman?
Like any normal, sensible human being could? Yeah.
Well, a congressional letter wouldn't contain such vulgarity.
Oh, of course not. Why would we do a thing like that especially to a letter to a congressman? My God, that'd be awful. If we did something like that. This makes me just cheer for the Blue Angels all the more, especially when they fly overhead. It's the sound of freedom, gents. Oh yeah. When you hear the Mach 1 plane fly by and you hear that percussive sound, that is the sound of freedom, my friends. That is it. Be grateful that you don't have to be on the receiving end of that if you're in a foreign territory, that kind of, and you hate the United States. You don't want that sound. It's terrible. Not to mention all the missiles and bombs and nasty stuff that we also drop. But yeah, no, this makes me just root for the military all the more. So I want to thank this woman, this Looney Tune out there in Oregon. Thank you for being such a, and just be thankful. Just thank you very much for what you've done. That's all.
I mean, First Amendment or not, she probably violated community guidelines with some of that language.
I suppose. Yeah. She was expressing
John?
her First Amendment right to be an idiot. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
John.
I will only quote Joe Rogan when he was talking about Elon Musk. Someone needs to take her phone away. This is just absurd. Like this is absurd. This is someone needs to be in charge of this woman, or we need to bring back insane asylums, and she needs to be there. Like she is exactly what makes the internet bad. She's fixated on something that has nothing to do with her, and she literally paid thousands and thousands of dollars to sue the federal government. Like someone we need to stop this nonsense. Like just there's too much information going on, too much time, and this is exactly what she got caught up. She heard the noise, and she was like, "Oh, I could just go on their Instagram page and tell them to go fuck themselves." Like, you can't do that. That doesn't exist in this world.
Yeah.
You can't just get mad and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna just run at you and just be like beep 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 beep. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like someone. She needs a sitter, and she needs her phone taken away.
Maybe the cat was trying to sit for
Because
her,
that's
John.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the cat was sitting for her, and now with the cat gone, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. I don't believe cats are bad, so
No.
I think the cat was like, "Shut up! You're gonna get us in trouble."
For God's sakes, I have like congestive heart failure. I don't think my ears are the problem here.
And I'm just gonna be mean to her, and she probably feeds him shitty food, and that's why he has heart failure. Do the program,
Right? Oh my gosh.
Take care of the baby.
Yeah.
Take care of it instead of typing on Instagram, for God's sake.
Yes.
Yeah.
For something that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh
Do you
my
know
God.
Do you know what's funny? Just because there's a cat in here, I need to tell you a quick cat story.
Oh yeah.
Now, me and my wife normally will doom scroll after I get home for a couple days because we get bored of each other, right? And we're just like looking at stuff. But we had a cat yesterday. Guess what we were doing? Laughing, having fun, watching him do all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Like
what
a
they're good
normal
for.
human.
And
Yeah.
it made life better.
Yeah.
Like nobody was worried about their phones.
Yeah.
So, what's he doing? Where's he going? It was awesome.
What's he checking
Why
out?
wasn't she doing that with her cat instead of bitching
Well,
about that?
yeah, she's like, oh, it ruined the cat's last days. It says she was calling for demonstrations in 23 and 24. So the cat lived for a
That's
whole
what I'm
year.
saying.
Yeah.
That cat wasn't on its last days. Maybe you should have been,
Yeah. Caring for
having
it.
fun with the cat, enjoying the last days.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of complaining for a year.
Yeah. Or here's a thought: you might want to move away from any sort of demonstration that goes on. If you're so worried about a cat getting all schizophrenic over the sound of freedom flying overhead, could it ever have crossed your mind there? I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean,
Narcissistic.
this is narcissist Lex Luger right here.
Or-
It's this one. Nobody gives a F about your stupid little planes. If
I do.
Case,
I do.
if that were the case, they wouldn't be doing air shows all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Because people do care and they
Everywhere.
turn out for these shows.
Oh yeah, and
Right?
they're awesome. They're the best things going. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So there, invest in some other way to take care of your cat than trying to shut down something that people actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't, but other people do. So you can't speak for everyone when you post naughty things on Instagram. Get outta
Naughty,
here.
naughty, naughty.
I'm rooting for the government on this one.
That never happens.
I'm going to sue John for banning me from his Instagram.
It's your Instagram.
My Instagram. Oh crap!
It's a Too Noobs Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram.
Dang it!
I'm never on it.
Oh, it's
I don't even have Instagram because I
There
hate
you go.
Instagram.
You're not missing much. You're not missing much.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on to topic 4. Matt's got some immaculate grids. I'm gonna let him explain that because it was his idea,
Yeah.
and we're gonna try and fill some of these out and get as low a score as possible because it's like golf. You want to get low.
Yeah. And you hit the nail
How
on the head.
low can you go?
Yeah. You hit the nail on the head there, Steve. So basically, we have a few immaculate grids. We'll see what we can do here. But the goal for an immaculate grid, if you have never done one, is that you have to guess at a 9x9 square with
3
only
by 3 square.
3x3 square. Thank you. With only 9 total guesses, you have to guess the player that played in that particular square. So, for example, you got the 49ers and Dolphins in the upper left corner. We have to figure out who played for both of those two teams and in their career. And the more obscure the player is, the more rare, the lower your rarity score, which is a good thing in an immaculate grid, basically. So that's what we're aiming for. That kind of a deal. So with that being said, guys, I have the first immaculate grid. And so just to kind of formulate it all out, you got the 49ers running from left to right. So you got 49ers and Dolphins, 49ers and those players who had 10 or more sacks in its season, and then a first round pick of the 49ers. Then you have Eagles, Dolphins in the middle row there. Eagles player with a 10 or more sacks in a season, or an Eagles first-round draft pick. And then at the bottom row there, you have Pro Bowl for the Dolphins, Pro Bowl with 10 sacks or more in a season, Pro Bowl who was a first-round pick. So that's how that goes. So guys, why don't we just go ahead and just start guessing here? Again, we have 9 total guesses. So if we get some missed spaces, it's on you, basically, if you don't get it right. So what are we thinking here? If we were to give it a shot.
Let's start out with Dolphins Eagles as Troy Vincent.
Oh, there you
I was
go.
thinking the same thing.
Okay. 3%. That's
Oh, wow,
excellent.
that's pretty
That's
good.
really
Oh,
good. Yeah.
Nice.
Very
They
good.
don't even have a picture of him.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
I got more, Steve. Do you want to go back and forth?
Sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
What do you think?
Eagles 10 plus sacks.
Sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to say Hassan Reddick, but because that was so recent, I feel like that's going to be a high.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie would also be high too.
Reggie, I'm sure, would be high.
Mm-hmm.
Did Brandon Graham ever have 10 plus?
Yeah, I
think
think he did. Yeah, at one point.
That was who I was going to choose.
We could go Brandon Graham if that
All right, let's
works.
do
Yeah.
that. I think that might still be kind of high, but not Braden Graham.
I know.
His brother Brandon.
Definitely.
10%.
10%. Okay,
Not
that's
bad.
not terrible. All right.
I'm going to go first round pick Antone Davis. Why not?
I love it.
Why not? Give it a shot there. 0.1%. Are you kidding me? That's got to be the greatest score I've ever seen. Holy cow. Okay. So now we got top and bottom rows here, guys. 49ers and Dolphins. Or 49er 10 sack season and 49er first round pick. I have an idea of the first round pick.
That's good because I don't follow the 49ers.
Yeah, well, I guess I could probably feel it. It'd probably be a little high.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah,
Jerry was a first round pick.
it's going to be really high.
7%.
Oh, wow, 7. Huh.
Wow. Yeah.
Interesting.
So 49ers and Dolphins.
10 sacks, maybe 49ers would be Dana Stubblefield.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or he could be, I think he would have to be on that.
Yes.
Nice.
2%.
Yeah,
Wow, we are
definitely
smoking
have
right
to
now.
be.
Okay.
That's the Dolphins San Francisco. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, I have nothing. Dolphins Pro Bowler could probably be Mark Duper.
Mark Duper.
If you want to go real obscure.
Let's see. Yes, 2%. Nicely done, John.
All right. 10
Sacks in a season
Pro Bowl-
and also a Pro Bowler.
10 sack Pro
Jason
Bowler.
Babin.
There you go. There you go.
Quite
Really?
the narcissist Lex Luger.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
High five to you, Mr.
Yeah.
Murray.
0.1%.
0.1%.
Yeah.
I saw that was the fifth. Okay, got
And
it.
first round pick Pro Bowler
Mm.
could be anybody. So let's go with the most obscure ever.
I think we're looking pretty
First
good
round.
here already. Yeah. First round draft pick. That was a
First round Carson Wentz, wasn't he a Pro Bowler that year?
he might have been, and I think
And
that's
he's a first round pick.
Yeah.
yes, 0.5%.
Nice.
So
Alright,
now this
now we
brings it
gotta-
down to the
here's the hard
49ers
one.
Dolphins.
Yeah, this is the only one I don't know.
This is an amazing
Of
grid,
all
by
of
the
them.
way. An amazing grid, I have to say.
Did they ever have quarterbacks in common?
Merton Hanks? No,
No.
don't
No,
don't
no, no,
pick
no,
that.
no, no.
He didn't go to the Dolphins.
There's got to be somebody though that was
Jeff Garcia never played.
no, never played for
The
the
Dolphins,
no,
did he?
no, no.
Nope. It had to be an offensive lineman. Was it that dude that bullied everybody? Didn't he play for both of them?
Kevin
Richie
Gogan.
Incognito?
Kevin
Yeah,
Kevin
didn't-
Gogan.
All right, I'll go.
Kevin
with that.
Gogan. There you go.
I trust Matt on the football thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, we got an immaculate grid. All right.
Nice. What's our score?
So an average score of 7.5. That is phenomenal. Holy cow.
No, we got it looks like we got a 24.
Yeah, 24. I think, wasn't it? Yeah, rarity score of 24. You're right.
Beauty.
So we have a rarity score of 24. So that will put us more than, I mean, like it's ridiculous in terms of the total score.
We're good percentage.
That is phenomenal.
I'm just curious
yeah.
who the most popular were.
The most popular, looking right at it. So we've got Raheem Mostert. That makes sense. It's 60%.
Jai, see, that was probably rarer than, or was it?
Oh, that was the most popular. That was the most popular there.
Oh,
Yeah, 40%.
Raheem Mostert, I totally.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to pick him. He was 60%.
No, I know, but I'm just, I couldn't think of anybody. Now I'm thinking of everybody that played
Yeah.
for San Francisco.
Aaron Donald, 10 sack season Pro Bowler. That would make sense. 11%.
Yeah.
Devontae
No,
Smith.
but-
yeah.
But Babin was a great poll.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That was
yeah.
a great poll.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, Trey Lance up there, 49ers first round pick. Everybody knows who Trey Lance is. That's crazy in that regard. But yeah, what an amazing. That is a
Probably not
fantastic
going to do
result.
better than that.
No.
Next one.
Next one is hockey. So we've got Flyers, Canadians,
Oh,
and
I
the
think
Lightning.
we'll be fine here.
So yeah, on the top row there, 100-point season, 1,000 points career, first round draft pick of the Flyers, Canadians, and the Lightning. Gentlemen, let's begin. This immaculate group.
Le Cavier would be the Lightning, right?
Yeah, but of which?
Of the first round
Could be
pick,
any-
right?
he could be
Yeah, he could be
Yeah.
any of them.
So we'll go. Do we want to go first round pick? It's probably the safer of the two, I would think. Or safer of the
Yeah,
three, I
he
should
definitely
say.
was a first round pick.
Yeah, because we can use other guys for the other things.
Okay, 16%. It's not too bad. Not too bad.
Flyers 100 plus points. Go Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi.
Yeah.
Record.
6%. Not bad. Not bad. 1,000 points for the career. I think Bob Clark would fit that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be
Yeah, that's, yeah. I don't know if it would be a popular one on the internet because Bob Clark doesn't even know what the internet is.
Oh.
So they might not know what he is.
A lot of people would probably pick Giroux there because he did hit 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't. He didn't.
No, he was
hit 1,000
short.
Games.
No,
He
no,
had
he did
900.
that
He had
one.
900
Ottawa,
points.
yeah.
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 Well, 1,000 points in the career. So you're thinking, remember, he played for the Flyers, but in his career. Doesn't necessarily
does
have
that
to be.
Oh, really?
It could be Giroux. I'm thinking Bob Clark, though, only because I think it's the safer and might be double higher.
Go ahead.
Well, if
Yeah,
it's
go
not,
ahead.
if it's not 1,000 with the Flyers, I could get you some real obscure ones. But
Yeah.
if it's 1,000 with the Flyers, then I would say get Bob Clark.
Yeah.
All right, let's come back to that. Let's come back to that for a minute.
First round draft pick. Yoni Pitkin.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Good one.
Very good.
Rarity indeed. 0.2%.
Wasn't John LeClaire for the Canadians a #1 pick? Just for funsies?
Ooh,
I think he was.
wow.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think he was.
That's a pretty good guess, though. That would have been probably in the late 80s. He would have been drafted, I think.
90s.
Maybe
Yeah.
90, 91.
91,
Yeah.
maybe?
Because he was on the 93 title team for
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Canadians, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah. We'll look back, maybe.
Okay, for Tampa 100 plus, put San Luis
Yeah.
because I know that for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's an absolute.
Mhm.
And I don't want to go. Stamkos probably did it, but he'd be more popular probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14%, though. That's not bad.
Good,
Not
good.
bad.
So we need 1,000 points. Well, they can be the same person, can't they?
No, they can't.
No, they
Oh,
cannot.
can't. Okay.
They
Yeah.
cannot. Another note in there, players must have played it in a regular season game or a playoff game for that team to qualify.
Qualify.
Yeah, Matt and I did a test one of these during pre-production, and
And you couldn't.
they had Steelers in Green Bay,
Mm,
so I said Aaron Rodgers, but he hasn't played a game for the Steelers yet, so it didn't count.
right.
Mhm.
Right.
So I was gypped.
So
Um,
100 points for
The Canadians.
The Canadians would be. The hell is his name?
Didn't Danfus have one? Vincent Danfus? No.
100-point season for the Canadians.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think he ever did.
1,000 points would be the Rocket Richard.
Oh, Maurice
Yeah.
Richard?
Yeah. He would be the 1,000 for the Canadians.
No.
Oh, he never had 1,000.
No. That is
All right.
wrong. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
1,000+ points for the Flyers. Try Dale Howard, Chuck.
For their career, yeah.
Yeah, for his
absolutely.
career, yeah.
Absolutely.
1%.
All right.
Nicely
Okay,
done.
so they don't have to have all 1,000 with the team.
Correct.
No.
But that was really good
So it-
because, again, it's 1,000 points for their career, but they played for the Flyers.
So 1,000 for the Canadians would be pretty much anybody who played for the Canadians for a small amount of time that had 1,000.
Uh-huh. And the rarer the better.
After we
Rarer
just
the
figured
better.
that out.
Absolutely. Yep.
What about Maurice Richard for the 100 points for the Canadians?
Okay. Sorry about
He
that.
was the first ever to 50 goals. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that have to be 100 points, right?
No.
what? Oh
Not-
my
This
God.
is bullshit. And he probably wasn't a first round pick.
I'm shocked at that. I really am surprised by
Yeah.
that.
Well, Leclerc had 1,000 points, right? In his career.
No.
No.
No,
did
he
not.
didn't.
No.
He never had a 100-point season either, did he?
No.
I don't think Danfus had it. Who else was another, like, Kirk Muller? Right? He played for the Canadians, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
He never had a 100-point season.
Yeah,
Not 1,000
he's
points
he
for the
could have
career?
1,000, yeah. He could definitely have 1,000. He was around forever.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Wow, 85 to 2003. Nope.
Oh. Wow.
That's shocking.
Damn.
All right, so you have one guess
Oh, we
left.
have one guess left.
Yep.
Let's see if Leclerc fits in the first round pick just to survive.
Just
we
for-
talked
yeah.
Give it a
about
shot?
Yeah. Because
Why not?
We did. We got it.
Oh, nice. All
We
right.
did get it. So 438 that time
Yeah.
on that.
that was tough.
Yeah. Guy Lafleur for both 100
Damn.
Well,
points.
yeah, but you.
That's the
Yeah.
most
but,
popular.
I mean,
yeah.
71% for the 100-point
Yeah.
season.
I can't
Yeah.
think of anybody else that would be there.
Yeah, wow. You can, if you wanted to. This is on immaculategrid.com. You can show. So if we go there,
Well, they only had 4 people with 100-plus.
four people with 100-point seasons.
Wow.
So Guy
Given the
Lafleur.
success of the Canadians franchise, I find that amazingly.
It is
hard to
amazing.
believe.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. But these are the guys. So you have Mats Naslund, Guy Lafleur, Steve Schutt,
That
and
never
Pete
would've happened.
Malkovich. I find that very shocking,
I do too. That's
you know, in that regard.
amazing.
And all within the 70s and the early 80s. So nothing that was really that deep. That's amazing, given the history of the Canadians.
So when everybody was scoring 100 points in the 80s, the Canadians didn't have anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds about right. Sounds about
Sounds
right.
about right. The 438 rarity is pretty good for hockey. Okay, baseball. So you got your Phillies, Braves, Phillies first round draft pick, Phillies who played in right field minimum of 1 game in right field. All right.
Nice.
Then it's the same for the stinking Mets, Mets and Braves, Mets first round pick, Mets right fielder, and then a 200 hit season or more batting for the Braves, 200 hit season first round
Who was the
pick,
first round pick?
200 hit season played right field.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Phillies right field, Jim Eisenreich.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a go-to at that
Yeah.
point because it's so low, 1%. Nicely done.
1%. Oh, I was expecting lower. Damn.
Yeah. Phillies first round pick. There's a
Was
whole.
Herrera? Was it Double Herrera?
No.
No, he was a
Okay.
Rule 5.
Yeah, it was full
Double
fly
fly,
jazz
okay.
selection. Yeah.
JD
Come on.
Drew.
Yes, yeah. Some of the busts. Let's go to the busts.
2% for JD
Well,
True.
because everybody remembers.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Wheeler be the Met that is the first round pick? Just because I see the Phillies logo.
Zach Wheeler,
that's what
yeah.
I'm thinking. He would be that one, right?
Was he the first round pick?
I think he was.
We'll check. He was.
Oh wow,
Okay.
nice.
Nice
That's what I
job,
thought.
1%
Okay.
there. I love it because you're seeing a Philly. That's fantastic. I love
Yeah.
it.
What position did Bobby Bonilla play?
Right field.
Go for it.
3%.
Philly, Atlanta. Wouldn't that be dumbass? The closer?
Mitch Williams?
No, the other closer that nobody liked. Wasn't he Atlanta's closer?
Oh,
and then
you're
he
thinking
was-
Craig Kimball.
Yeah, that's what it wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
That's gonna be high. They'll bet.
It will
though.
be high.
Look,
19% though. That's not too bad.
Ugh.
A little high,
Yeah,
but,
but there's
too
not
bad.
many. There's not many Atlanta Philly guys.
Right.
Mets and Braves.
Unless you want John Kruk at the All Star game wearing an Atlanta jersey. That's the only other thing I could think of.
200 hits season who played right field. I think that's Ichiro. I know
Yeah,
that's going to be
absolutely.
high.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
You spelled it wrong. You spelled it wrong.
Got it. Yeah, it's going to be a little high, 36%.
Yeah.
Um,
First round pick, 200 hits. What about Schwarb? Isn't he? Wasn't he a first round pick?
Harper was the first round pick.
Harper was the first
definitely
one.
was the first
I
round,
don't
yeah.
know, but it's a good question.
Harper or Schwarbs?
Go Harper.
I know Harper was the first round.
Bryce Harper
Oh,
did
never
not
hit
have 200 hits.
Damn it.
No.
Good guess, though. Good guess, though.
Mets
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Atlanta 200 hits. How about Chipper Jones?
Agreed.
No.
Wow.
Incorrect on that.
200 is first round pick. Tony Gwynn.
Tony Gwynn, I think, was the first round.
First round pick, 200. Yeah, I think he was absolutely a first round pick.
Yeah, got that right.
Okay.
363 for the rarity. All right, wow, there are 158 players that played for the Mets and Braves. We're not going to go through them.
Or even more shocking, there were 268 that played Phillies and Braves.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
And I could only come up with one.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kimber was the most popular.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
figured
sorry.
as much.
Sorry, guys.
First round pick of Bryce Harper there,
Yeah.
and also played right field. Duh.
Yeah.
Glavine, Tom Glavine was one that we could
Ah,
have picked.
yeah. I knew one of
forgot
the
he
big
played
three.
for the Mets. Yeah, I forgot he played for the Mets.
I knew it was one of the big three. I just couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah. David Wright was a first round pick. I did not realize that for the Mets.
Yeah, I did know that.
But the fact that we got Zach Wheeler, and the fact that we got Bobby Bell, yeah, that kind of a deal. So, pretty good rarity there. I love that.
All right.
All
We
right,
got
let's do
one
one
more?
more.
All right, we'll go hockey. And this last one here is a collection. So we got players that play for the Canadians, Blackhawks, Canadians, Blue Jackets, Canadians, Buffalo, and then of course Flyers all the way across and
I am
Kings.
no help to you guys in this one.
It's either that or we've got a football one. Same kind of situation where the Eagles.
I could probably handle that one a little bit better, but if you want to do the hockey, we can do the hockey because I found one already when you were doing the hockey one.
Okay,
But that
Go
might
back
be
to the
the
hockey
only
one because
that
I have
got.
one too.
excellent.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go
We
hockey.
probably have the same one, so we're screwed.
All right, here we go. Go for it. What do we got?
I had Danny Briere for the Flyers Buffalo one.
Nice.
That's probably gonna be high.
Mhm.
Oh, it's under Daniel Briere. Wow. Okay.
Of course it is. He's a general manager now.
Yeah, a little high.
29. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Blackhawks, Flyers, try Christopher Steed.
There you go.
Look at that.
Hopefully that'll bring us down.
3%. Nicely
3%,
done.
okay.
Yep. I know it's Provorov for Flyers. Blue Jackets, we're going to shelve that
Yes.
for a little bit. Canadians, Blackhawks. Esposito didn't play for. No.
I think he.
No, that was Boston. I'm thinking Boston there.
Yeah, not because there were two of them. No.
Blackhawks, Canadians, try Kirby Doc. DACH.
20%.
It's because it was recent.
Yeah, it was so recent.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's the only one I could think of.
Yeah. Let's see here. We got a few. 6 to go. You got Canadians, Blue Jackets.
Flyers, Blue Jackets. Don't do Provorov.
Mm-hmm.
Do Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sergey. 12%. It's not bad.
Probably better than Provorov.
That's a lot better than Provorov. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now it's going to get a little bit tricky.
L.A. Blue Jackets. Jeff Carter.
Nice.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, that's high.
Oh,
31% though.
Yeah, because he's the only one of note.
Yeah.
Buffalo, L.A. Kings. Was Barnaby on the Kings
No.
later in his career?
Was he on the Canadians?
He was on one that he's been on. He was on a ton of
He was on a lot of teams.
He
I
was
do
on
know.
a lot of teams. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to try it up here. I think I'm a little bit more confident. Nope, that's wrong. I don't think he ever played for the Kings, though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to even
Damn.
think of like the Kings and Blackhawks right now.
There was a defenseman, but I can't remember who it was.
Was it recently? Or was it back in the day?
Back in the day.
Back in the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking of like the couple
Wait,
LA
who
teams.
was the one that used to protect Gretzky with the Kings? 'Cause
McSorley.
he played for the.
McSorley. Was it Marty McSorley, you think?
I don't know. Did he play for any of those teams?
Or Luke Robitaille? Did he ever play for Chicago?
Robitaille, I think Luke Robitaille. No, he didn't play
No?
for.
Okay.
No.
Hmm. 3 guesses left.
Sabres and the Kings. Prober didn't play for LA, so that would be.
No. But didn't Bob Prober play for both Canadians and the Sabres?
No, I don't think he
No.
played for Sabres.
Okay. Blue Jackets were, when did they get introduced to the NHL? 2001. Okay.
So that should be easier because there's less time to.
Where's Wood? Knock on wood then.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody though.
See, what makes an Immaculate grid so great is if you know like your third and fourth lines, this works. Unfortunately, we're trying to think of stars right now.
Yeah, I don't really have. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't really have the depth for this one.
Buffalo, Montreal should be doable. I don't know why it's not.
Danforth? No.
Danforth.
I keep going back to him. I don't know why.
I know. I don't know why you keep doing that.
Yeah, it's just,
He did not. He definitely didn't play for Buffalo. McGillney never played for Montreal, right? So
no, it was Toronto,
No.
Buffalo, right?
Yeah, I think it was Toronto,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
yeah, it's Toronto, Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they hit LA. Not goaltender, right?
No.
No.
Hold on, wait a minute.
We do have the option to give up if we can't
Yeah,
come
I
up
know,
with
hold
any
on,
more.
hold on.
Yeah.
I'm chasing goalies now in my brain.
Belfour never played for the Kings. I know that. Carey Price was always
Hasek never played for the Kings.
Wait. Who did? No, Darcy Kemper wasn't Chicago, right?
I don't think so. Hasek never played for the Canadians.
And
Buffalo,
Wah never
Detroit.
played for any.
What about Alexei Zhitnik?
Yes, Zhitnik
Yes.
played for the Canadians. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, he played for the Kings too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, could be down here
try
though.
No, yeah. There we go.
6%.
Got one.
Okay, so got one left.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Kings,
Yeah.
You
There
think
was a
like,
bunch of people. Like, I can't remember
They're
any
so
of
close.
them.
yeah,
I
they're
know.
They're so close.
literally like geography wise, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's aggravating.
Yeah.
LA Kings Blackhawks is just making me angry because I know they like traded people back
And
for, like,
forth, yeah.
7 straight years.
I
Mhm.
know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jeremy Roenick.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Jeremy. There you go.
There you go.
Jeremy Roenick was indeed, yeah, and it also
Oh,
would have been.
Chelios.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Brian Giunta was the top most popular. Interesting. Patrick Laine, Canadians, and
Fjord. Oh my god.
Grant Fuhr.
I knew
Yeah.
that.
I forgot he played for LA.
I know.
So if we go L.A., Chicago,
Matter of fact, I don't think I knew he played for Buffalo either. I only remember him on Edmonton.
here are a few. Paul Coffey played for the
Yeah.
Kings and
Oh.
Blackhawks. Bernie
Yeah.
Nichols, Bill White, and Alec Martinez of the more recent.
More recent.
Yeah.
Paul Coffey.
Paul
Paul
Coffey.
Coffey played for Chicago?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
Maybe for a cup of coffee.
It
Not
was
much.
on that. It was on that run where he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He had every jersey on. Hey,
A
let's do
hundred-
that. Let's do the football one just one more time.
Oh.
Just for fun,
All right,
because we're having so much fun.
All
Let's
right.
just do one more. Then we'll.
It's too bad I
Yeah, we got our
deleted the
butt
one I
kicked on that
found.
one.
But
Let's,
Yeah,
see if we
let's try this one.
you want to try this one? I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
why not?
Philadelphia.
Yeah, do the other one. I thought the other one had.
I deleted it off the top
You
of my head.
deleted it, you son of a.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Make
yeah.
another one.
Okay.
All right,
He can't make them.
I can't make them, but I can choose. So this is completely by random. 615. Go.
That's fine.
Okay, so you got Browns, Seahawks.
Ew, no.
No, for God's
I
sake.
see a whole bunch of teams I know nobody about.
Hold on, maybe I might have remembered. All right. Packers, Ravens,
That might be doable.
Chargers.
Yeah, let's
5,000
try.
yards
Let's
receiving
try.
in the career. 5,000 yards rushing in the career. 50 sacks or more in the career of the Packers, Ravens, Chargers. All right.
Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Ray Lewis for the sacks.
No, for rushing. Yes, of course, the sacks.
Hope you're right on this.
What?
We screwed up, Steve.
You telling me Ray Lewis didn't have 50 sacks?
No.
You gotta
I
be kidding.
don't-
No.
Reggie would have to be on the Green Bay.
Reggie
one,
would have to be
right?
on the green. Yeah. And it's going to be high. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Of course.
53%. That's fine.
Ugh.
Yeah. A little high.
All right, well, if we're going to play high, Sterling Sharp had to have 5,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yep. 8%. That's not bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
And 5,000 rushing.
5,000 rushing.
who was that Green Bay runner?
Dorsey Levens. Could that have been?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he probably had. Yeah,
he was my
probably
boy
has.
back in the day.
I remember that now.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Wow. Didn't have
Ouch.
5,000 in his career. How about that? That's
Wow.
shocking. Yeah. All right, we'll table that for a
was the
minute.
other
I guess we got to get this out of the way. 5,000 yards rushing. That's Tomlinson, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
80%. Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
was going to say 80%. It's 79.
Yeah.
And the quarterback has to be. Let's go.
Now,
would it
5,000
be
yards.
Dan Fouts.
No. 5,000 yards
Receiving.
receiving.
Oh, receiving.
Yeah,
that
receiving.
would be. It wouldn't be Winslow, the first one.
Oh, you know what? I'm
How about-
thinking Charlie Joyner. That's a name from the past.
Yeah, he's got to have the 5,000.
3%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, I remembered him
Shannon
like way
Sharp?
back in the day.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp's got to
Shannon
be
Sharp for the receiver. Yeah.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember Charlie Joyner had that duckbill face mask. There you go, 4%. Two guesses
Well,
left.
Doesn't Henry have to be the Baltimore running back?
Derrick Henry would have.
Yeah. course, it's
'Cause
going to be
it's
like
career, right?
95%.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got to be career though, right?
Yeah, 46%. Last one.
Oh, wow.
50 sacks.
50 sacks or more in the career.
They had so many like turnover guys that had so many sacks.
That was my guess, Peter Boulware. Because he was on the defensive line.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Got it.
You got it? Nice.
Yeah. 395. Terrell Suggs was another one. Devontae Adams. Aaron Jones, relatively
That's
recently.
who I was thinking of. Aaron,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it. He went to Minnesota.
Yeah. Still a rarity score of 395. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Could have been a little
We
bit
had
better.
24 on our first one. That was-
Yeah,
but
that-
was
I mean, that was-
a cakewalk.
that was
The
phenomenal,
other ones
though.
were a lot harder than the first one.
Yeah. That was phenomenal.
It
all right.
shows that we know Philly sports way more than we know every other team.
100%. Yeah.
That is accurate. And that is where we leave you. We are less than immaculate, except for that first one. That first one was damn good.
Yeah.
Which was not just Philly. It was others.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I think we're back next week, or is next week?
2 weeks'
we're taking
time.
Off? All right, so we're off next week, but we will
Yes.
see you in
Yes.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Because one of us,
Has to go on vacation. No,
our production manager has got to go.
Editor
Fine.
of the podcast.
Matt, enjoy your vacation, please,
Thank you,
because
brother.
deserved it.
Thank you, brother.
Please enjoy it.
I
and
am-
We'll
we will-
see you guys.
I am
We
heading
will
in.
punish you double hard next
No.
week.
I'm
Yes.
already punishing myself. I'm going into the swamp. I may never come out. So, guys, it's been a pleasure getting to know both of you for over these.
Stay away from Hunter and
Yeah.
Barry,
Yeah.
whatever the hell his name is,
Yeah.
the cocaine guy.
Oh, the cocaine guy.
Stay away
Okay.
from him. Yeah.
Noted. Yeah.
We're going to come out in 2 weeks. Yeah, Matt was found, Dan Bongino arrested him.
He tried to
hanging
get into
out
the
with
White
Hunter
House.
Biden.
Like, what the hell?
All right, well, in 2 weeks' time, we will see you. But until then, get out.